Sir, poverty means it's a lack of means of necessary or basic personal needs.
Okay. Okay. Okay, good. So please write down the definition of poverty as per the United Nations, right? So please take out your notebook and write it down. I will dictate something in this poverty. So let this session become uh, interactive. You should also do some work from your side. So please
I'm
take out your
writing.
notebooks and write down the definition of poverty. I know this poverty, uh, you know, the poverty means that when a person do not have the sufficient means to satisfy basic minimum needs, right? So the main term is basic minimum needs. The person do not have the means to satisfy the basic minimum need, then the person is called to be poor, right? But please write the definition of the United Nation. So as per the United Nation, the poverty means, as per the United Nation, the poverty means the denial of opportunities and choices. The denial of opportunities and choices most basic to the human development. Most basic to the human development. To lead and to lead a long, healthy, creative life. To lead a long, healthy, creative life, and to enjoy a decent standard of living, and to enjoy the decent standard of living, freedom, dignity. I'm repeating: to lead a long, healthy, creative life, and to enjoy a decent standard of living, freedom, dignity, self-esteem, and respect from others. Respect from others, right? So this is a very comprehensive definition given by the United Nations. So you can see some very like some keywords from this definition. The keywords include denial of opportunities
Opportunities.
and choices.
Mm.
Opportunities, that people don't have the opportunities and they don't have the choices. The people like you and me are having many opportunities, are having many choices as far as food is concerned, cloth is concerned, place to live, which education to follow, right? And those people who don't have these opportunities and don't have choices, which are most basic to the human development, most basic, right? So most basic मतलब कपड़ा, रोटी कपड़ा मकान. The food, cloth and housing. रोटी कपड़ा मकान तक भी उनके पास में नहीं है, right? So that is poverty. Now let us see. It is a state in which a person or a community, so this poverty can be at the individual level or this can be at the community level, lacks the financial resources, and unable to fulfill even its basic necessities of life. Basic necessities like roti kapda makan, or minimum, the basic minimum needs. Basic minimum needs, right? The basic necessities or requirement include food, clothing and home. Roti kapda makan, right? Roti kapda and makan. In India, the generally accepted definition of poverty emphasizes on the minimum level of living rather than reasonable level of living, because in India we still have huge population who do not enjoy the minimum level of living, who have to sleep without having a one-time meal in their stomach, the people who are homeless. There are huge number of people who do not have their homes, migrants. So these kind of people, they are not able to afford even base minimum level of living. Leave apart reasonable level. Reasonable level can include the living standard of a middle class. Like we should have the education, we should have the health, we should have the basic liberties. So all that is reasonable level. In India, we are still at the minimum level. We cannot speak about the reasonable level, right? So you can see the dictionary meaning of poverty over here. So it's a state of having little or no money, or a few or no material possessions, राइट. सो अभी इंडिया के अंदर हम लोग बात करते हैं सिर्फ मटेरियलिटी की, मटेरियल पोजीशंस की. नाउ who calculates poverty? Who calculates poverty? So if we talk about poverty, previously when planning commission was existing, it used to estimate the poverty based on the data given by the National Sample Survey Office, NSSO, and which provided the data based upon the monthly per capita consumption expenditure. So this was previously, but now at present the poverty estimates are compiled by NSSO and Central Statistical Organization, which have been merged into National Statistical Office, right? So right now who calculates poverty? NSO, National Statistical Office. National Statistical Office. So this National Statistical Office is basically the merged organization. So earlier there were two organizations, CSO and NSSO. Now these two organizations have been merged into NSO, National Statistical Office, and this actually estimates the poverty as of now, and this comes under the Ministry of Statistics and the program implementation. So from the examination point of view, this is important that this is part of the Ministry of Statistics and the program implementation. So you can see this data. This data is of the state level, and this data belongs to the 2015-16. So at the state level, you can see those states with this orange color, they are having 40+% of poverty. So there are primarily three states: UP, MP, and Bihar, and also this Jharkhand also, right? So UP, MP, Bihar, and Jharkhand, these are the four states where poverty is more than 40%. Then below, like between 30 and 40, there are many states, again North Indian states only. We have Rajasthan, we have this Odisha, we have Chhattisgarh, we have in the northeast we have Assam. So these are the states with poverty of 30% to 40%. The states between 20 to 30, they include this Gujarat, right? And rest of the states, all these hilly states and these southern states including Maharashtra, Goa, all of these are having the poverty of less than 20. That means their status is far better. So we can see the poverty is primarily widespread in the central and the North India, right? So central and the North Indian, they are the hubs of the poverty in India. Here you can see the people who are living in the extreme poverty. Now what is the meaning of people living in extreme poverty? So this calculation is done as per the World Bank. So World Bank says if a person is not able to have the income of $1.9 per day, then that person is having the extreme poverty. So as per this figure, in India in 2016 we had 125 million people under extreme poverty. 125 million, right? And we expected this report which was given by the Brookings, this expected that this poverty should come down to below 3% till 2020, till 2022. But after this corona crisis, this estimate will be redundant. This will be outdated, useless. Why? Because after this corona crisis there is huge joblessness, especially the people at the lower rung. They are jobless, they are having no money to eat even, right? The government is supplying basic material through the PDS, but they do not have the sufficient resources, they do not have the jobs. If they don't have the jobs, they don't have the regular income. If they don't have the regular income, then it is very difficult for them to survive. It is very difficult for them to meet their basic needs. So you can see Nigeria also, you can see DR Congo also. So these figures do not need to remember, just to make you aware. Now there are two types of poverty. One is absolute poverty, another is relative poverty. Absolute poverty. Absolute poverty, what is the meaning of absolute poverty? Absolute poverty means when the person is not able to satisfy, sorry, when the person is not able to satisfy basic minimum need, right? So it is talking about food, safe drinking water, sanitation, shelter, health, education, information. So when there is severe deprivation and the basic minimum needs are not satisfied, then it is called absolute poverty. Absolute means the person even struggles for the survival as a human being, and this is very dangerous for the country, for the humanity, because it can lead to the civil wars, it can lead to the different crimes also. Relative poverty means when the income of a person is less than the average per capita income in the country, right? So कंट्री की जो एवरेज पर कैपिटा इनकम है, अगर किसी पर्सन की इनकम उससे कम है, so that person is called relatively poor person, right? So this relative poverty is basically in comparison to someone else. That means in comparison to someone who is having the per capita income at least equal to the average per capita income of the country, right? So अगर एवरेज पर कैपिटा इनकम पूरे कंट्री की 1 लाख रुपीज है पर एनम और आपकी इनकम 80,000 रुपीज है, तो even if you are able to satisfy your basic minimum need, even if you are not absolutely poor, but you are relatively poor. You are relatively poor, right? So a person may be relatively poor but may not be absolutely poor, right? So basically, what does this relative poverty reflect? It reflects the percentage of population who have been left behind in the race of economic growth, right? So if we talk about India, in 1991 we opened our economy and there were huge economic reforms going on in the country. After those reforms, there are section of society which whose income has increased so much that rich people are becoming rich, and there are section of society who are becoming further poor. So poor are becoming poor. Agriculture sector has been lagged behind. Services sector has really done very well, and service sector has very low job जनरेशन कैपेसिटी. इसका मतलब सर्विस सेक्टर के अंदर सिर्फ गिने चुने लोगों को ही पैसा मिलता है, गिने चुने लोगों को ही इनकम होती है. तो आप देखोगे द पीपल आर अर्निंग करोड्स ऑफ रुपीज in the service sector, and in the agriculture sector the people are struggling to earn thousands of rupees. So this inequality of income is at a very large scale in India, right? So in India we have high level of inequality.